Welcome, and we begin with Canada's push to stop the latest U.S. tariff threat. Canada-U.S. Trade Minister Dominic LeBlanc is back in Washington this week for more meetings alongside Chief Trade Negotiator Janice Charette. It comes on the heels of meetings last week with U.S. Trade Representative Jamieson Greer. CBC's Kate McKenna has been following this now. She joins me. Thank you very much for joining us, Kate. What do we know about the meetings?
Well, this was a bit of a surprise trip from Minister LeBlanc. It was telegraphed by his office this morning that he was heading down for trade-related engagements. We do know a little bit more about what he's expecting to do there. A source speaking on background said that he is expected to meet with senators, both Republican and Democrat, as well as industry leaders in the United States. We know that that has been a strategy that this government and the previous government has taken to try and get industry leaders to put pressure on the Trump administration. But we're very curious who else he's going to be meeting with, because of course we know that last week he met with his counterpart, Jamieson Greer, the U.S. Trade Representative. Will he be doing the same thing this week? We're not sure at this point. One kind of interesting tidbit was that the official speaking on background said that he flew down this morning, but they're not sure when he's flying back. So a sort of open-ended meeting. And of course, this comes as talks are intensifying. He was there last week. He called his discussion with Jamieson Greer comprehensive at that time. And we know that Canada's working on getting some sort of deal, maybe multiple deals, to try and get some sort of relief from the tariffs imposed by this administration.
One thing we've seen from the Carney government is that until the meeting happens, often they don't confirm that it is going to happen, because in this moment, sometimes the Trump administration can be unpredictable, and meetings that were supposed to happen don't necessarily happen, and then it's public. But it would be good to know if we can learn if there is going to be a meeting, or if there's plans for a meeting, or whether it's going to happen or not. But we are just 2 weeks away from those 50% tariffs coming into effect on certain Canadian goods. Where do things stand now?
Well, the pressure is on the negotiators to try and dissuade the American president and the Trump administration writ large from imposing those tariffs, which are set to take effect on August 19th and affect about 5% of Canadian exports, anything from hockey sticks to cement to alcohol. And so we know that Mark Carney, the prime minister, said that he wanted to see those talks intensify. He said that he thought that this could be a window to form some sort of deal. But of course, there are other things that they're dealing with as well, trying to get the United States, convince them to renew CUSMA, the free trade agreement. There's also the sectoral tariffs on, aluminum, steel, auto, lumber, all of these things sort of part of a bigger basket that the Canadian government would like to see dealt with. But it's interesting. I mean, if he does meet with Jamieson Greer this week, that seems to imply there's some sort of momentum, because they did meet last week, but they're being very tight-lipped about what specifically is being discussed. In part because of the ongoing negotiations. But as you said, Katie, this is an unpredictable administration. I did kind of ask my sources today about the potential smoke tariffs, because we know that Donald Trump was threatening to impose more tariffs on Canada because of the wildfire smoke. And I was told actually that right now it's American smoke that is heading into Canada. And so that was sort of the rebuttal to that.